Alright, so let's keep going. I just came off the area. So it kind of looks like an institution. I'll go and show you everything. Something interesting is going on. We don't want to go to the left, but actually I'm going to walk here instead. Oh, somebody closed the door finally. So I went in and checked this out because I saw it yesterday. So what is this? What is this place? Is it locked now? Because I went in yesterday. Well, it's not even really a problem. There we go. Alright, so what is this? We're at a resort, right? This is a resort ground. Like in Mexico or something, but we're in Croatia. Okay, so what the fuck is this? There's no sign, it's not an attraction actually. It's just here on this massive, garden ground, whatever. So I think it's interesting because I'm being spoken to about genocide victims, right? And there is a spell on this so people don't notice it. So if you can't hear and you're not aware of these things, you can purposely ignore really big signs or things around you, right? And that's happened to me before when I couldn't hear. And now I can, and I actually noticed it, but someone did try to steer me away. So what I think is interesting about this, so it's a hut, a cement hut with very little ventilation except for 3 at the bottom, right? And in the back, we have this huge tank of gas, propylene. And I just want to note that it feeds directly by line into this small cabin, and it was recently filled in 2004. Can you see that? No, kind of. It's like, there we go. So it was filled in 2004. Big. It's a pretty big gas tank for a small hut like this. No, it's not for heating. So there's more ventilation at the bottom, right? All of these vents can be closed. And if we can try and look inside, there's rope at the bottom, a chair, right? And like nothing else. So it's not doing it right now, but if this was a sealed door, I'd be willing to bet that this is a gas chamber, covered up gas chamber used for intimidation tactics and killing people. That's something. It's already a body ground, kind of easy. All this soil has bodies in it. That's one of the ways that human trafficking victims and genocide victims are disposed of without anyone knowing, is the body just simply gets ground up, in the extra meat and stuff from the cafeteria. They have a lot of waste because it's industrial. It's a big company, so they have excuse to be, grinding up humans and stuff and disposing of them for other people. So let's keep walking. We'll go to the main house later. I think we'll walk to the women's ward now, which I actually have a key for, because I'm staying here as me. Nobody likes me here. I've been discriminated against here already because of what I look like, where the women actually comment on my clothes, called me kurva, and demanded that I change my clothes before I could eat, even though there was absolutely nothing wrong. This is empty. So this is an empty apartment. It's just rooms. They tried to make it look a little bit like there was maybe a kindergarten here. Yeah, I'll go in this side. Okay, but no one's ever been in this building. I've been coming to these grounds since I was pregnant 5 years ago. It's never been any different. And now I can hear. So no children have ever been here. This was absolutely a ward for women. Not their children, that was the other one. This was just a single woman's ward. And there was absolutely immense sexual violence going on. Many women were raped to death, actually, because as a form of punishment. Everybody in the facility was reported to be some kind of junkie if they were male, which still pervades as a stereotype in Croatia today, and also a hooker or a whore if you were female, despite your, whatever. This wasn't true. It was absolutely because these people were oracles, and they could hear, and they were starting to protect each other because they were indigenous to this land and they loved it very much. So it's a fact that everybody was put on the drug diazepam or benzos. So about done. So here we go. This is the women's ward for women with children. Okay. Just gonna check something. So you'll hear me yelling genocide because it's absolutely true. Women and children who could hear. Some of them were single also. They were considered particularly rebellious. That's why they're in a locked indoor facility in this particular place. But yeah, everybody was put on diazepam, and diazepam was proven to be a chemical castrator and also prevented people from hearing and being telepathic. So there was an RCT done here, published by Croatian doctors who had no right to do it at all. It was very common. This is my room, right? And it's open. Why is that? So, someone has come in my room. Wow. So unsafe. So I've experienced discrimination here. Someone has come in and roughed up my bed. I didn't leave it like that. This has been moved. I didn't leave it like that. The door's been wide open. Probably the maids, so I'll take a picture of them as well. Okay. Bathroom. A little bit of stuff. They have cleaned in here, so maybe that's what it is, but why is everything fucked up right now? There's no cleaner, there's no nothing, and I feel really violated. It's a very unsafe back, right? So this was absolutely an institutional room. I'm sorry, I got distracted. So this is clearly a institutional room. Old communism, maybe. This is in every single Croatian medical office I've ever been into. They have a bed, of course. Would have been 2 singles, so they would actually share a room. It's very small. Okay, and these would have gone all the way down, or actually, sorry, I think they weren't divided at all, so it was a shared balcony. That's what it is, yeah. Shared balcony, but actually, you know, in terms of a hotel, this is quite dangerous. There's a path here, and probably in the wintertime, people can bring hookers here to kill them. And I know for a fact that's exactly what they do because there's a dumping area, which I will absolutely go and show you. And I probably will yell at my maids also. Something that I know for sure, let's move this, I don't know why it's there. So they didn't finish my room, is that right? Is it a message that I don't get service? Because I'm a hooker or a curva or whatever? Alright, so mirror gazing or mirror talking is actually really, really common in Dalmatia. Why is that when there's no gypsies left? So this indigenous part of people is absolutely still alive and well, and recessive people are starting to arrive to represent that freckled people absolutely can hear, like me. I have green eyes with a sun, rusty sun in the center, which means that I will go through many life experiences where I can predict the future with complete accuracy and without any doubt. So I can absolutely connect to the person who lives in this room by looking at my own eyes and sitting here. My days may change. I try not to pay attention. This person has been heavily drugged up by diazepam because she's very large and strong, and they started to get wind that perhaps she's going to start a rebellion before they actually are gassed to death. You're gonna die. But it's because they catch you, not because you didn't do anything. Fight to the death so that we know you were here. Your violence and screams will always be remembered on this land, and it will not be in vain. I can hear you.
I'm down. But like that, make me go.